What else is happening? Yeah, one other thing I just want to mention really briefly, and it's something which a couple of estate agents have mentioned to me in passing, and it's a bit of an odd one, but it appears that solicitors at the moment seem to be, how does one put this? We seem to be advising outside of our remit, let's say. And by that I mean that a lot of estate agents have said to me that some solicitors seem to be suggesting to their clients that they should renegotiate the purchase price because the market is going to fall or because the property values are going to go down. And they're even suggesting figures or percentages that they should, make new offers at. And I'm sure that the estate agents are incandescent at that, but from our own point of view as solicitors, I would have thought that's very much outside the remit of what we can actually do. And in fact, I know it's outside the remit of what we can do because the Memorandum of Understanding between Law Society of Northern Ireland and National Association of Estate Agents and RICS clearly defines the roles of those three stakeholders in the property transactions. And that particular, the role of the solicitor particularly is not to either discuss or to really advise on surveys other than the desirability for getting a survey in every single case. But certainly it is out with the solicitor's remit to advise on valuation. And in fact, as far as I recall from the new certificate of title, which was agreed between our profession and UK Finance, it's exactly the same thing. We give absolutely no certification as to the value of the property. And in fact, when we are asked by valuers in mortgage reports to look at certain things or to advise on valuation, and sometimes we are asked or told to advise on things which really is a surveyor under a surveyor's purview, we don't do it. So that being the case, it seems to me absolutely unbelievable that solicitors would advise on valuation. I suppose, just to be transparent about it, the one thing I would say is that if we're getting clients to sign up to a new build property, which is going to complete maybe 6 or 8 months down the line, then there's no doubt I would be saying to them that they are going into a binding contract at this point, and that will be the price at this point and going forward. And that being the case, therefore they will be stuck with that. There's something parked on the bus lane, that's not very helpful. So yeah, we will tell new build purchasers that they will be committed to the price in the building agreement 6 or 8 months down the line, notwithstanding that might not be the value of the property 6 or 8 months down the line. But if they ask what we think the value is going to be, the answer is we don't know. We're just simply raising that as a potential consideration, and it's something that they do need to sort of consider and take professional advice on in terms of the valuation. So as I say, I just probably, if any estate agents are watching this, I just wanted to sort of put my feelings out there in terms of whether I think it's appropriate for a solicitor to be advising on value, or actually more importantly and more pertinently, to be advising clients that they should be starting to renegotiate purchase prices of properties. I think that's entirely outside our remit, and I would have thought that even from a professional indemnity point of view, that is quite outside our remit, and something that I think we might be quite exposed on if we give advice which turned out to be wrong. So as I say, it's just something that I have considered for today, and meantime I am nearly at the place where I need to be to get my Perspex screen, so more on that at some other point. Oh, that's handy, I've come to a stop. Good stuff.